a little bit damaged. But it looks like +1 weapons is upgrading, and the Citadel was going up, and the Templar Archives is probably going up by now. And it looks like this isn't going to be the type of long-term Sarah Reaver. Despite the fact that we saw Cal put up 2 Stargates, it's still going to be only short-term Sarah Reaver, and is going to transfer back into, the standard Zealot, Dragoon, Templar, Archon, conventional Protoss versus Zerg army, basically. Maybe some Dark Archons, but probably it's a little doubtful. Oh, Shuttle with absolutely no Sarah protection, but it's faster. It can outrun those Scourge and can get to the coverage of cannons. A lot of Zealots pushing up to the top left, and it looks like Hoejja's entire force is right in the middle of the map, and they're retreating. Zealots outnumbering Hydralists, but more Hydralists coming in, probably going to be in time to rescue this base. Until then, Hoejja's just running around delaying for the reinforcements.
Oh, wow, and it looks like Hoejja might be able to get a little bit of a surround here, but he needs to get back to his natural. Oh, if Hoejja with his Zergly or his Hydras that are at the top of the base held that ramp that's going away from that base, he could have brought in the other Hydras. Another good drone pull. Very, very nice drone pull, pulling back those drones and stopping that Reaver Scare from doing too much, but he is losing a couple more Overlords here. Good play by Cal, and just pulling those Zealots back. It looks like several of them have been picked off, but definitely a good play by Cal. Unfortunately, wasn't able to pick off too much here, and I feel like even though Cal has tried to go on the offensive here, and he's just not really doing a whole lot of damage, and that's not really good. It's going to be hard for him to take a third base with that damage, although we do see some Templars out. Hopefully they got some Storms. There's a Storm catching a bunch of Hydras, only killing a couple, but highly damaging a lot of other ones. So with those Templars, with the Reavers, he's going to be able to hold this 4th base, should be able to, at least against any reasonable Hydros army. So if I was watching this, well, I am watching this, but I would like to see Hoejja go for high tech at this point. It's going to be hard for him to just Hydra ram into that third base right now. Too many Templars, too many Reavers. It's going to be tough. So I think his best decision now would be able to start going towards Hive Tech and just use his Hydras to kind of put on a little pressure here, and maybe Lurker Tech could also work for him as well. Although it looks like he's going to lose some more Overlords. Got to be careful. Oh man, that's a huge number of Overlords. He needs to be really careful. There's a lot of Hydras. It looks like a lot of stairs are going to go down. A ton of the stairs are going down. Cal needs to run. Lots of highly damaged Overlords, but none of them really go down. Not very many of them. And Cal losing a ton of Corsairs. That absolutely just destroyed his air superiority. He's either going to need to produce more produce more Corsairs, or he's going to lose air superiority, and that is really bad for Cal. That is really unfortunate.
Oh, here come the Scourge, and there are only 3 Corsairs left, so that's not enough to deal with the Scourge. And just perilous flight back home for the Corsairs. So many of the Brethren have already died, and they're just getting gnawed at by Hydralis on their way back. It's definitely a sad sight to see. The +1 attack is up for the Protoss, and it looks like probably +2 is what's upgrading now. And we do see a lot of Lurkers out. A couple Lurkers out and a lot more morphing. So this is a great reaction by Hoejja, considering that Cal is, it looks like he's got a lot of Dragoons out now, but about a minute and a half ago he was almost entirely composed of Zealots. So Hoejja's probably reacting to that, scouting information. And there's only 1 observer, and there's plenty of Overlords and Scourge in the area, so he has to be really careful. A good Storm and a good Reaver Scarab, taking out about 6 Hydras with not many Protoss casualties. But Cal's got to be ridiculously careful about keeping his observer alive. He might even want to get observer upgrades just to help him deal with these Lurkers and not get his Observer Scourge. Pushing up into the natural, wow, this is actually a pretty good attack. Here comes reinforcements up from the north, and fighting up a ramp. Hoejja is going to be pretty difficult for him.
Big Scarab, what did it do? Oh my god.
Observer gets killed by the Spore Colony, that's terrible.
Oh my god, so much just died. I don't know what happened to that Scarab, but that Reaver went down, the Shuttle went down, huge storms going down, Observer snipe. Wow.
Cal's turning away because he doesn't have an Observer. He just left it over the Spore Colony. That's retarded. No.
That was really bad. Although it does look like Cal's taking this opportunity to take a 4th base, which is nice. Hoejja really needs to try and take a 4th base, and especially try and get a 4th gas, maybe that 6 o'clock position or that 12 o'clock position. Coming out with some Lings as well, going to pick up a Dragoon, which is nice as well. But Hoejja really needs to get his Lurkers involved, I think. He didn't have any Lurkers really involved in the last game. If he had brought some Lurkers in behind on the retreat path for Cal, that would have been really, really cool, but wasn't quick enough to react or didn't think of it or something, so he wasn't able to do that.
It looks like, despite your recommendations otherwise. Hoejja's going to stick with lair tech. He did get those lurkers, so good tip there. But even though, despite the fact that Hoejja's using a lot of lings, he's not made any effort to upgrade the lings and get cracklings, which would be very useful. Sticking to the Neo-Sauron style, and Hoejja's position Zerglings all around the map to make sure to scout when Cal's trying to push out and take another base. And it looks like Cal's kind of planning on taking the 12 o'clock because he just probed into the 12 o'clock to see what was up. He's got a fresh shuttle, and I don't know whether there's Templars or Reavers. It could be a Reaver and 2 Templar. All right, Queen's Nest going up, so we're going to see Hive Tech in a short moment. And it looks like there's probably Reavers in that because it's going to stay along with the rest of the force and not go harass, and that logically would be Reavers inside that shuttle. And as it stands right now, Hoejja's got, it has to be said, pretty far down because they're even on bases and not a very good position for a Zerg player to be in versus Protoss.
But at least Hoejja really hasn't taken too much damage, so that's good for him. Ooh, wow, almost running into...
Oh, yeah, that's true. He hasn't lost a single drone despite the fact that he's up against Sarah Reaver, which is amazing. He only lost drones to the Zealot.
Yeah, right, to the Zealot, not even to the actual Sarah Reaver. That is pretty funny. Unless that one Scarab did damage, but I feel like the observers would have pointed it out if that one Scarab had actually done anything. I'm guessing that it was pulled during that last battle, at least, the drones.
Yeah, definitely.
And, it looks like Hoejja's taking the base at the 12 o'clock, so they're going to try... Oh, no, he's not. That's just a massive...
Taking it with Zerglings. I'm disappointed that he didn't get Burrow.
It's like a little hatchery block. It really does.
It does.
He is getting his hive up, though.
Yo, how disappointed are you that we haven't seen Burrow? Oh, wait, what?
Cal's got so much gas. 3 gas for Protoss, 3 gas for Zerg. That is so nice for Protoss. And now he's coming in here with a lot of storms. Looks like he took out a lot of Zerglings. Probably took out a couple of lurkers there as well. I can't see anything. The observers aren't clicking on it. 14 kill High Templar. Are you joking? What was the other one? Like 11 or something? A ton of kills. And some Zealot's going to go up to the 12 o'clock and clear out those Zerglings again. So just kind of wasted units for Hoejja. Going to lose all those Zerglings at the 12. Not really doing anything. I guess stopping another base from going down for at least a few seconds, but really not doing much else. And Hoejja has, neither player has really done any damage, so they're just macroing, just building up huge numbers of units. And it's going to come down to large army control. And honestly, I don't even know who has the better large army control. Hoejja has very, very good large army control, but Cal definitely does as well. So it's going to come down to, I think, one big, huge, massive fight. Who can get into a better position? It'll be very, very cool to watch as this game develops to see who can try and get into a better spot, see if someone can maybe try and get some harassment done. So far, nothing has really happened in terms of damage. Just a lot of probing and not a whole lot of damage being done.
All right. We just saw Cal have 4 Corsairs in the air, and I was just going to recommend that even before I saw that because Hoejja looks ridiculously ling-heavy, and he's got a lot of lurkers, but really not that many Hydras in the game, and that's like the perfect conditions to get 6 to 8 Corsairs and just go rape some Overlords and get yourself like a 50 psi advantage and make sure that well, maybe not that big, but make sure Hoejja doesn't produce any units for a while. That can be huge for Protoss. Being side-capped is just awful. And, these Reavers are going to get so many link kills. Oh, my God, you could take a bath in all that blood. No pun intended. Oh, my God. That's so... Okay, Scourge coming in, so the Reavers have to leave. But there was so much Zergling blood on the ground. I almost felt bad. There was so much blood. And wow, Hoejja's letting Cal pull ahead in bases. Not even stay even, but pull ahead. He's got his Defiler mound up, but if Cal can keep that 6 o'clock, Hoejja's got to be screwed. Oh, Corsair's going down.
Corsair's being picked off. He's got to be more careful with his Corsair. Not the best Corsair play so far from Cal.
Those are like the only 10 Hydras on the map, and they managed to find the Corsairs.
Run into the one batch of Hydras, yeah, as they all morph into Lurkers, too, so really, really bad timing, too. Couple observers out there, not a whole lot, but there are some Templar. If he could do something really, really cool and do another egg snipe, I think that was Cal who did that before, and Templared some eggs, that would be really, really awesome. I hope he gets up there. I'm really, really hoping for an egg snipe. I'm watching this whole battle go down as they're engaging. Darn, the eggs got canceled. I was getting really, really excited there for like a neo-pimpist play or something, whatever you want to call it. That would have been really, really awesome.
Egu! No. So the 6 o'clock is going up, and it looks pretty heavily fortified with some cannons, Archons, Templar, and Reavers to top it all off. Oh, no Templar. There's Rosellas.
Storm's not even going to do anything down there. Those Reavers are too strong.
Cal really doesn't have that many Dragoons. The reason that Hoejja's so lurker ling heavy is because there's almost no dragoons that Hoejja needs to counter, and as a result, Swarm's going to do nothing. But we could see unbelievable plaguing, and plagues just rape zealots, rape everything but archons, because